So you have to get the lighting all right, so... to make it convincing anyway. So if you can parallel it, and make it parallel... Oh, come on. You could change the shape of the brush, so I'm just gonna very carefully, sort of green key myself out. Ooh. Copying a dirt texture. I'm gonna make this a square because everything in Minecraft is a square, so if I can make it a proper block size. Because that looks quite credible, doesn't it? And now, you'll notice that I have a shadow, so I'm going to go back to small. I'm going to make the thing smaller, and I'm just going to shade that shadow out. And I've completely vanished. So now what happens here is I'm gone. But there's still nothing that's happened here, so I'm going to go FX overlay. It was already in that mode from last time. So I'm going to drop a 3D key in there. Oh, I dropped it onto the wrong one. Oh well, doesn't matter. So I'm going to get this and I'm going to effect and I'm going to key that. I'm going to go up and I'm going to find a file. I don't know why I did that. I can just go Control-I. And I'll go back to Gallery. I can go back to Minecraft. And I'll just find something. And look at that.
That's fair, isn't it?
I messed up. DaVinci Resolve's just acting up. It doesn't normally do this. Zoom in. This is only available on the edit page. Put that there, so... which is a slight mistake, so I have to...
That's
back to last edit, and I'm going to go forwards by pressing spacebar, and I vanish. Now there's a slight bit where you can see that, but I can just fix that by going... nearly pushing that clip back there. So that's looking a lot smoother than it was. But now, we need the 3D key again, because it vanished for some reason, I'm not sure. And then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to key that. And look, where I was, I've keyed myself out. It's working perfectly as the green screen. Like, you might notice a little distortion there. But who's going to notice that? I mean, I'm not even sure there is distortion, so... So this is a freeze frame, but this clip is moving, so you're watching a television thing. Or like one of those big billboards you see while driving. And so, what I was going to do here, and am going to do here, is I'm going to go to the zoom in. do here, because I zoomed that in too much, I'm just going to go swap, and
It's
I'm going to zoom
finished.
in now. And isn't that just a
Shadows.
perfect transition? No, it's not, because it didn't work. I'll just Control Z that. The dynamic zoom thing never happened. And I'm going to do the edit page controls thing. So yeah, the 3D keyer is on. I'm going to go to dynamic zoom. And it's going to go directly to the middle, but it's zooming in, so I want to zoom out. Now I want a 1.2, 1.3. There's no way that I can sort of get it to... No, it's just going to have to be that way.
It's finished. Is it on? It's finished. It's finished. Is it on
It
top of
looks
the
a bit
building
like
or
that.
something?
Probably. Now you can always just key that out. But another thing that happens with the green screen is you'll notice. So I'm just gonna. So for here, if you go, ooh, that was nearly bad. Reset, and I'll go 3D keyer there. Now, so this is basically copying a texture onto a surface. But there's no texture, so it's just blackness. And what that means is you can just place something under that and it'll copy the texture. But you also see that green outline. You can just go like that, and the outline's basically gone, which is an amazing effect. And you can just get another thing to place under here.
Do I do that?
Yep, something like that. Now,
Do I
the despill, the main issue with that is it's turning the green things brown, which is not exactly what you want, but it's working quite well. So, then another thing, if you think that your thing's a bit too green, you can go, what's the opposite of green? You can go pink. Or if you do want green, you can just make it that way. Control that, control that, control that, yep. And, now, what I can do, is say I don't want to look at myself here. I can make a node. I'm just going to use a square actually, it's just more convenient. And I can blur it. Or I can enhance it. But the main issue with that is if the character doesn't move with the screen. So say that I actually want to track that button. I mean, like, you can do this, oops, no, it's power here. Again. So instead, I'm trying to track a thing on this clip that was on another clip, because this is just an image, a video on a different thing. Yeah, it's like a window. You're looking through a window to another thing. You're applying the image to the window, not to the thing. And so, I'm going to track this dirt instead. And now if I want, I can make...
What we could do is we could party up, and then do.
either a blurry dirt, an enhanced dirt, or I could make a very red dirt. I could do almost anything. Or I could make a very bright dirt. I'll just reset that. Well, actually, so another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new node, and what I can do here is just add more things. It's basically just the same. Now this is basically a spider web that you can adjust. You can change all of the settings there. Don't even know what that is really. This is just a window to apply the shapes. Like if I wanted to key myself out, or this lapis block. Like that, yeah. And now, I just don't want it, so... so that's basically what I did on the Terraria video with Sky. What else is there? Fairlight. I don't use this, really. But it is clever, so if I wanted to go... Ah well, I'll just use this.
Two parties enjoying it at the same time.
Yeah. So this is basically analyzing all of the sounds and recognizing voices and then amplifying them or decreasing their sound based on how loud they are. So that's an amazingly useful thing.